Welcome to the podcast that's been named one of the very best in marketing research. This is Research Business Daily Report, which is made possible by RBDR's exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer. For more than 25 years, the respected voice in market research. And by the way, how do you like the George Washington hairstyle? It's getting there, I think. The new RBDR series, Market Research in the COVID-19 Era, once again continues today. This is episode number 21. Now, today is an unusual RBDR. First of all, it stretches beyond our normal 3 to 4 minute length, and I hope that will not be a problem for most of you. And I will be delivering the content, but it won't be my words so much, so don't be misled. This RBDR describes an effect straight from the coronavirus, but for those of you who work with client-side researchers, you need to know what we're reporting today, so let's get started. I'm here because I'm going to present the stirring point of view of Pavi Gupta, the head of Insights and Analytics at Johnson & Johnson Vision, who is suggesting a remarkable shift and predicting something that is happening directly because of the coronavirus crisis. Now, what I'm about to tell you are his personal views and not necessarily representative of the views of his employer. Gupta has rich experience from 24 years serving in insights and analytics roles. Those go across multiple countries and in different research agency and client-side roles. In the past, he began to explain to me, as the quantum of data has exploded and aided by quantum improvements in processing speeds and further powered by the advent of artificial intelligence and machine learning advancements, the pendulum of corporate reliance and usage has moved rapidly away from the insights function and more towards data and analytics. Data analytics powered by AI and machine learning approaches have become more than just a buzzword, according to Gupta, across the layers of management. He believes that while harnessing the power of data enabled by advanced data science solutions is the right move, he nonetheless feels that the pendulum has swung too far, to the extreme end. In fact, some organizations have done this at the expense of moving away from their insights function. And in reality, Gupta maintains this should be about the power of research and data analytics, not one versus the other. Data analytics and insights together can power deeper and broader thinking, Gupta says, as well as perspectives that far exceed what either of these can achieve on their own. Gupta digressed, remarking that companies which have data at the core of their business models, like Google, Facebook, and Amazon, have demonstrated the power of data analytics, and their success has spawned many startups which have declared their deep capabilities in this space. However, they've done so without realizing that the success of those tech giants has had a lot to do with their ability to holistically leverage and harness the power of data. And that's a situation that comes equally from analytics plus deep insights. Some traditional companies which have been disrupted have jumped on the data bandwagon. Those organizations have been disproportionately attracted to the power of data alone, and they've concentrated, therefore, on building their analytics functions at the expense of reduced insights teams. Their approach has clearly sought lower costs by driving efficiencies and effectiveness from the harnessing of data alone. However, Gupta has no doubt that analytics without deep insights is limited to something he described as incremental. And he also says it has a negative connotation because it often suffers from low adoption across the organization. Gupta states that insights help drive analytics by adding the why and the how behind the what. Insights behind analytics outputs also drives actionability by building empathy. And Gupta refers to this as the so what and the now what, which is a critical overlay he maintains on top of the what and the why. As Gupta watches the coronavirus situation cause a coast-to-coast American lockdown, he says that businesses are responding by realizing the critical role of insights. And that, he believes, will lead them to start building on the promise that can come from a working alliance between analytics and data alongside insights. That collaboration could begin to coalesce into something more permanent, or at least that's Gupta's hope. Gupta's organization, a Johnson & Johnson Vision, contains a team that leverages insights and analytics as two strands of its DNA. They are interconnected across projects and business imperatives. Gupta has a few specialists on his team who actually concentrate on insights and analytics respectively as SMEs, and he says that more than 70% of his team operates in what he calls the mushy middle. It is focused on leveraging data analytics and insights to drive commercial leverage. Now, Gupta's reason for perceiving this challenging worldwide moment as a potential major boon for insights across the larger industry comes from the fact that he sees a potentially detrimental impact coming from COVID-19 on the data ecosystem. In fact, he says, quote, executives are increasingly going to realize that this virus has had adverse consequences to humans, but also to data pools. Without minimizing the damage to humanity in terms of physical, psychological, and financial impacts, Gupta brings to the industry's attention the adverse impact of COVID-19 on everyone's data pools. In fact, he remarked that, quote, COVID-19 has literally polluted everyone's existing data. Businesses are struggling with the virus. They are also dealing with, quote unquote, so much noise in their data. And that is something that he says is notably difficult for them to deal with. The coronavirus has generated a massive outlier effect, something which data alone so far has been unable to deal with, nor has data been able to predict or approximate the depth of this coronavirus effect. He pointed out that data and analytics perform very well in a very static environment, but so far, although the past has been shown to be able to predict the future, that is true only as long as dynamism is limited. There is wholesale agreement that, quote, there is no going back to the old normal, Gupta said. He proposed that, quote, everyone will only go forward to a new normal. At the same time, the insights function can perform differently than data and analytics. Insights can be more futuristic and probabilistic because it is more related to what people feel and what they think. And that is why Gupta is comfortable that companies regaining an insight and data analytics balance will actually strongly help their businesses. Insights helping to shape trends plus identify new pathways to reignite growth. Quoting Gupta, I feel and I hope there will be an increasing realization in other organizations that these two vital groups need to find ways to work together for the benefit of the company. He admits that if seeds for that collaboration do take root, it will cause the insights and insight support function to have to step up literally and figuratively. Insights, he believes, will need to make it clear to management of companies that it belongs on this stage and that insights can deliver unique thinking and productivity. This is something that his team has been on point on for some time. Gupta's manager and senior executives have always understood the power of collaboration, he says. Insights and analytics have always played a critical role across the J&J Vision organization, which has upheld a core corporate mantra to build an insights-led, data-driven culture. In raising another concern caused by the virus, Gupta noted that the shuttering of America has weakened the emotional contact between consumers and brands. And all the while, of course, businesses are continuing to cope with huge and growing financial burdens. Businesses are focused on survival, at least right now. But after they're done with that, they're going to need to come up with a plan for a marketplace renaissance in the post-coronavirus new normal. And that's going to necessitate a completely fresh perspective, Gupta says, about the market, plus the establishment of a revised feedback loop that gets better and better and does so quickly. Predictions about new effects in the marketplace and which will prove to be sticky over time will be critical to each business. So, summing up, Gupta said insights can accomplish that by complementing the strengths of data and analytics together. Both should sharpen their capabilities and join forces. And because both, Gupta insisted, this is a necessity. They are here now, they should be used together, and they will need to work together moving forward. What's your personal perspective about the impact of coronavirus? That's quite a summary from Pavi Gupta. If you've got something that is not maybe as powerful, but certainly worth our mention, please partner with us in this series and present your point of view in an email to rflbob@gmail.com. We will help you create a commentary that will make you and your business proud. That's your Research Business Daily Report. It's made exclusively by our community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. We hope that you will become a patron of RBDR because really we're presenting a service that is truly presenting something important to you. And you can do so by visiting patreon.com/RBDR and please join our growing list of supporters. We're going to continue this series, as I've mentioned, every Monday through Thursday until the coronavirus has been whipped by the global community. So, have a great research day. Use what Pavi Gupta said today and give it some thought, and we'll see you back here with us tomorrow.